Welcome back. I know so many of you are new here, and this is not the place to expect anything scripted, anything that has like bullet points. This is the place for thoughts, for discussing things, for sharing things that I'm thinking about. And today I have a lot of thoughts tumbling around my head. But while I chat, I'm just going to fix this. This is one of those press on nails. The thumb is already lifting. And so I did see another YouTuber say that she glues them on and then they last longer. So where it's lifting here, I'm going to remove it, glue it, and reapply it. So that, because this is only day 2, I think. So that's no good. Let's see here. And this segues very nicely into what I'm thinking about, talking about today, which is the cost, time, effort, energy, expense that we women put into our appearance. Even girls that don't put a lot in, they put a lot in. They do. Even my low maintenance friends, and I hate these terms, low and high maintenance, because such a, come on, how are we going to do this? So, yeah. And the fact is, yes, I know no one's actively telling us to do this, but society as a whole is telling us to do this. And we are groomed from movies, social media, men's judgments and opinions, girls' judgments and opinions. And we all know that it's kind of how we are expected to look. We know what's expected of us as women. Oh dear. That didn't go so well because the whole nail didn't lift off. So now it's not wanting to stick back down. See, which just shows you that sometimes, like a press-on nail, that's a cheaper option. It's cheaper than sitting in a salon. It's cheaper than having your nails done. It's not always the cheaper option, is it? Because now it's lifting up and it's causing problems and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm still experimenting with these options to maintain nails without going into a salon. And so I don't know, ladies, what do you guys think? Do you think that there is this silent expectation on us to look a certain way? Because I certainly feel that there is. And if you don't, it's not like anything is wrong with you, but you certainly do. I do feel that we women are judged on our appearance. We just are. We just are. I mean, if you look at every celebrity, the females get pulled apart, critiqued for their appearance, for their weight gain, I mean, look at Pamela Anderson not wearing makeup and the uproar. It's like, who the fuck cares? Can a girl just not be who she is? But the uproar, and it shouldn't be newsworthy. It's just her with or without makeup. But it's newsworthy. And that is the thing. So we think we're above all that, or women shouldn't give in to societal expectations on how they look. But it's everywhere. Even just you open your social media feed and there you see the uproar about whoever gained or lost weight, whoever wore makeup or didn't wear makeup, whoever dyed their hair, cut their hair, went grey, went natural. Did she wear high heels? Was her skirt too short? Did she have too much cleavage? Men just do not get picked apart in the same way. Sometimes there's a little bit like nowadays on the male celebrities, like there's this who-ah about whether Brad Pitt got a facelift or not. But you know what I mean. The men do not get picked apart the way the women do. And it just is what it is. And I think we have to just accept that it's not right, but it is how it is for the time being until we can change it. And we might never in our lifetime. We do live, especially for women, we live in a superficial society. And I think men have their own burdens. I think for men, they live in a materialistic society where they are judged on their provider status, their earning, their income, what kind of car they drive. It's not fair, but it is how it is. And I'm not saying that these things should be the way that they are. I wish they weren't. But you can wish all you like, and it doesn't change the way society works, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's sad but true, and I'll never forget. And, you know, people said that I was wrong for thinking this, but when I lost weight and had my hair long and blonde and was competing on stage in fitness competitions, the truth is I did get so much more attention, male and female. I'll tell you now. The minute I got, and I've said this before, hotter, and I hate using that word, it sounds vain, but it's not, I started to conform very much more to Western beauty ideals, standards, whatever you want to call it. I got more attention from females and males. People suddenly wanted to be my friend. People suddenly wanted to hang out with me. I had a newspaper contact me to pose in a picture. It was weird, but it's the truth. It is what it is. And I remember thinking, this is not fair or right. I'm the same person. I've done nothing fantastic. All I've done is get in shape. And by then I had grown my hair out long and blonde. And it was just mind blowing. It was just mind blowing to me that I was the same person when I was slightly plumper, more plain Jane looking, hadn't had my hair dyed or whatever the case may be. And yet I didn't get as much male or female attention. It's really sad and weird, but even the woman wanted to be my friend more when I looked better. So, and I know it wasn't in my head because people said, oh, maybe it's just because you felt better about yourself. You radiated more of a positive vibe and all that blah, blah, blah bullshit. No, 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 no. I was radiating the same vibe. I was the same shy, insecure girl because the outside changed and the inside hadn't caught up. I was tongue-tied and shy and naive and innocent and all those things. But people started to come to me. And if only I'd had the wisdom that I have now, I would have seen it for what it is, and I would have had better boundaries with certain people. And I also would have been more, I don't know what the word is, like with the girls, encouraging, because now I'm starting to see that female friendships are so important. And when I had them, it wasn't, I mean, sometimes you think when women are nice to you, there's a competitive thing. And there might be with some of them, but not with all of them. Anyway, I should have just nurtured the female friendships a little bit more. But then again, it is what it is. The friendships that I have today are strong and good and wonderful. But unfortunately, the truth is, at least how I see it, is the world is superficial if you're a woman. Sorry. And men do judge women on their looks. They just do. It's not right, but it's the truth. And I'm not saying that they only do that. I mean, obviously, when they get into relationships with women, they want to go deeper, then they do. They look for qualities like how she treats people, how kind she is, the goodness of her heart, what kind of a mother she's going to be. They do look deeper, but the initial attraction for him to want to get to know her is her looks. I mean, yeah. And men don't just want to randomly be friends with women. I'm sorry, they don't. You can't tell me that. I do think if a man is friends with a woman, there is generally, probably, he's wanting something more. Probably, mostly. There might be a few outlier exceptions, but in my experience, all the men that I thought were my friends, actually wanted something more. Yeah. But anyway, I'm waking up to the world as it is, and it is what it is. But there you go. And so to the woman out there, I know it sucks. I know it sucks. All the time and the effort and the energy we put into looking a certain way. And I know that the men that there's certain men that try and devalue it because they don't want to pay or they can't afford for their woman to look a certain way, and they want to like nitpick and devalue. They say, well, she's vain, she's superficial, why is she running around doing XYZ, whatever the case may be, to bring us down. That's also not cool, you know. I think a real man who treasures women for what they are will find a way to never ever make her feel like she's wrong or superficial for wanting to look a certain way, because she knows that that's how society is. I mean, if you watch Selling Sunset, you just look at that show, there you can see that so much of the success of these two brothers hinges on all the beautiful women that they populate their agency with. It is the success of them is based on the beautiful woman looking beautiful and being feminine and being woman. And there is a value to us looking a certain way, being a certain way. And that is, unfortunately, in this lifetime, it's how we invest in ourselves. And I'm not saying don't invest in your education, do that. But this time, effort, and energy that we put into looking a certain way is not for nothing. And we are not silly to do that. And we are not superficial. And we are not wasting our time. But it does cost. It does cost. And there is a cost to it. So that's another reason why I do think, and again, this is a tricky debate, but why I do think it's very nice and chivalrous and wonderful when a man pays on dates, because we have to put in so much effort and cost before we go on the date. And if we didn't, you guys probably wouldn't want to date us anyway. What man wants to take a woman out who's got no makeup, hasn't dyed her hair, especially in her 40s, hasn't at least done something to her nails to look neat, hasn't groomed herself in some way? Men just don't want that in general. In general, and it is generalization, but I challenge men to say, I'm okay with her just looking like a dude, like she can just roll out of the shower and come on the date. He's not going to want that. He wants her to dress up, to look her best, to smell good, to be feminine, and in that feminine vibe, to coordinate her outfit and to at least have makeup on, mascara at the very least, a little bit of jewelry, something. So for us to do all that, we are paying to be there, believe it or not. We are. Because we could save all that effort and energy and not go out. We could save all that time, the cost, the expense. Usually we buy some new outfit or new shoes or new perfume or new handbag or new something for the date. It's just how we are. We want to impress, we want to look good, we want to look our best. And we do. We want to please you guys. And yeah, it's sad, but it is what it is. So to the ladies, never, 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 never devalue yourself. Never, never, never make light of the things that you desire and want. And if you want to look good, that's fine. It is valid. It actually is valid. The more I think about it, the more I think it's not silly. It's not vain. It's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of energy. Because we do unwittingly, but if you think about it, you'll realize that it will become witting. We do reap benefits from being groomed. We just do. It's not fair. It's not right. We should be judged for our actions and who we are. But the human brain has to make snap judgments, because who's got time to delve deeply into every single person you meet? And so we do make quick snap judgments. It's just how it is. Food for thought, eh? So yeah, ladies, if you want to go and get your nails done, I hope that the man in your life is paying for it. And if he isn't, I hope that he doesn't mock you or devalue you for taking the time out to care for yourself at the very least. Thank you for watching. I'll see you ladies in the next video. Bye.